Automatic. I once invented a remote control boy. He is now approximately 12 years old, and when he wished for a dog on his birthday, what could I say? I got the tools back out and went to work. The remote control boy is called Pierre, perimeter isolated electric recall ready entity, and he's having some trouble naming the dog. I thought Fang would be a nice name, since he's got a couple of them. I like literal names. The remote control boy and the remote control dog always do what I say, and they'll never grow old or die, which you'd think would be a parent's dream come true, right? But being a dad, especially when I see the happiness the dog brings Pierre, underneath it all knowing Pierre will never experience the pain of a pet dying, I start to wonder, am I sheltering him too much? Letting my urge to control get the better of me? Would he be better off being able to scrape a knee or ride his bike into a fence post? But then I start having those nightmares again, where he gets kidnapped and sold around Detroit for spare parts. Pierre is very popular in school, which is weird because he had a hard time fitting into a desk. He needs a remodel, he's still a bit clunky. And his voice sounds like a mid-20th century telephone operator's. But he can run up to 50 miles per hour and doesn't have nerve endings, so he plays pretty decent football. He's a little emotionally immature, but all boys are at that age. I once caught him smelling a girl's hair scrunchie with some hair left in it, which I assumed he'd stolen. What could I say, that I programmed him not to be a scrunchie sniffer? I can't lie to the kid. I can't innovate morals. That's something he's got to figure out on his own. I'm starting to get worn out with the whole parenting thing, honestly, because I never could have anticipated all the anxiety, the endless concern for someone else's social and intellectual development. I don't even invent anymore. I just sit at the computer scheming ways to steal ideas from novices and university students who send me their designs seeking my professional nod of approval. I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches 6 meals a week because there's no one else to cook for. And eating out with a kid who doesn't have intestines is looked down upon, kind of like drinking alone. My life basically starts as soon as Pierre gets home, and it's all homework and driving him to practice and teaching the dog how to do car maintenance. Pierre's obsessed with Fang learning to be an antique auto mechanic and keeps telling me we could open a little shop in the carport. I tell him no one wants his car worked on by a dog. Life is not a goddamn cartoon. But now he's the one with all the ideas, and what if some of them worked out? I keep picturing the yellow and blue neon sign hanging over the driveway, Fang's classic auto care, and the Nouveau Riche's rusty Fleetwoods, Continentals, and 911s pouring in tow truck by tow truck. I'd be the one offering to give the owners who drive themselves a lift to wherever they need to go. Sure, I can be the supportive guy, since there's no real need for a remote control handler around the house, considering I've got such a well-behaved boy-dog duo. I guess I'll just have to wait and see if that changes when Pierre gets to be 15 or 16. But who knows if his remote control will still be in the right drawer by then. Maybe it'll be under the couch somewhere, or lost in a void between cushions. Maybe it will have gotten between the newspapers stacking up on the coffee table, and I'll have accidentally thrown it away, the way I've thrown out my reading glasses and my driver's license. But I guess if he ends up hating me or running away from home, teenage rebellion, etc., I'll always hang on to this image of him, 12 years old and in better shape than his old man, my chaste, organless son.